Good morning everyone. Today we are going to talk about the cow's digestive system. So let us start with cow's stomach structure. So actually a cow has 4 stomachs. 4 stomachs. Their names are rumen, reticulum, omasum, ovasum. So today we are going to talk about the function of rumen and how does the digestion takes its place. So now let's start off with this rumen. First the food that cow chews is partially chewed. Means it's just like chews it very fast so that it can send it into, from there this partially chewed food goes to rumen, where bacteria present in rumen eat the means you can understand, eat the food or kill the bacteria. So bacteria present in rumen does this work. Then this food is called cud. This cud is again sent into reticulum, the second stomach. After reticulum, again it's sent to the mouth. So again this food is correctly chewed and again sent into the another stomach, omasum, and then to the ovasum. After all this process, the cud is sent to small intestine. Small intestine for absorption. This all. After that, ingested food for absorption of the nutrients. After this, the waste food is sent to large intestine. Sent to large intestine for egestion. So to understand all the ingestion, absorption, digestion, we need to take a look on another digestive system of our humans. So digestion of the humans will be explained in the next video. So today I am going to tell you how does the respiration take the structure of the respiratory system of humans. Okay, now let us assume that let's draw the system of the human respiratory system. So here this pathway is called the nasal cavity, from where this windpipe, nasal cavity, there are some hairs present in the nostrils that stop the bacteria and another type of something wastage from getting into our lungs. So from here it starts with windpipe. From windpipe it is taken, it gets separated into two parts, left lung and right lung. So right lung is bigger than left lung because left lung must provide space for even our heart. Oh, don't take this is the real heart because I just draw it for example. So now how does this take place? There is a system called diaphragm. Diaphragm. This is a tube like, this is a rubber sheet like structure that pushes the air from the lungs while exhaling and gets normal while inhaling. So after this process, let's talk about how does our, and there is another thing that protects our lungs from falling outside. So that is the rib cage. This rib cage is flexible enough to expand when our lungs intake the oxygen and again back to their normal position when we exhale. Like, check it out. Did you see my chest just increased its length? Now see, there is a difference in the chest size when you just inhale and exhale. So there is an activity. Take 10 people from your family. Inhale, just inhale. Measure the length. Exhale. So did you understand? And I have a question. Are all the 10 people's measure length of exhaling in the ribs same and inhaling in the ribs same? No, it varies from people to people. Some people who do yoga have a larger capacity of storing oxygen, and the people who are not so healthy and have fat, they get more less oxygen. So let's talk about how the internal structure of lungs. The internal structure of lungs is divided into many branch-like structures connected to everyone connected to one air sac. These air sacs store the oxygen brought from the nasal cavity. So there is another protective system called trachea that just holds the windpipe, because whenever air is exhaled, there is a possibility of it's getting eroded, means it gets cut. So to prevent that, we have trachea. This also and it helps in preventing windpipe erosion. or else it would be very hard and we would die eventually. So I need to tell you one fact, that the people who do yoga have a longer capacity of breathing oxygen, but the people who are unhealthy and fatter than usual, they have a lesser capacity of breathing oxygen, because there is fat in their chest on the rib cage and it doesn't allow the rib cage to inflate. So this problem may get serious, because fat and high body people need more oxygen, and their fat doesn't allow them to take enough oxygen. So that's the only reason why fat people get some problems in inhaling and in breathing. So but yoga people who stay fit, they are energetic all the day, because they are thin and their lungs have the capacity to stretch wide. So did you see small people like babies? They do lot of activities. That's the only reason they drink more milk, because their lungs and capacity is not so more that they can provide all their nutrients from oxygen. So that's why they drink more milk. As we grow from age to age, like 1 year to 18 until we reach 20, our lung capacity increases, and again it decreases at the age of 35 years. So this is the only problem why many old age home people get asthma and things like this. So I recommend all of you to do yoga every day and protect your health, because breathing is the only essential thing by which we can live. Thank you.